If I asked you to rank these three in order of importance, customers, employees, and the business, what would you say? Most people would say the customer always comes first, then the employees, then the business. It sounds right. It feels moral, but you're wrong. Here's the truth. When you put the customer or employee first at the expense of the business, everyone loses. Because the business is the engine that keeps everything else alive. Without a healthy business, there are no jobs. There is no service. There's no impact. That's why the business must come first. Not out of greed, but out of care. Because when the business thrives, everyone wins. When we try to put the customer first, this typically means that we try to be the cheapest in town. So if this was the price scale, we're going to say, oh, we're going to charge somewhere down here, or we're going to be all the way to the cheapest in the market. When we're the cheapest in town, there isn't enough money to invest in the customer experience. We go cheap on the labor, cheap on the product, cheap on the back office, and ultimately we put the company in the bind. To compound the problem, when we have a pay structure and we end up being here, we try taking care of the employees by paying them the most. This typically attracts the team members that are only there for the money. When we are priced too low and we are paying too high, this drops our profitability to unsustainable numbers. Ultimately, we end up shutting the doors. So what happens when the customer calls in to get their system or product serviced? No one's available on the other end to pick up the phone. Not only have you screwed the customer, but you are no longer able to provide an opportunity for growth for your employees. In fact, I know this from a personal level. My very first business, this was me, pricing at the very bottom of the market, paying at the very top of the market. We had very tiny little margins to be able to go and take care of people. 2.5 years into business, we ended up closing the doors. We had customers ringing off the hook, nobody there to answer, and we had people literally out in the field, moved away from their homes to a new market that no longer had an opportunity. When we choose to take care of the company by pricing ourselves at a profitable margin, we are then able to provide our employees with the best opportunity for growth, who will then in turn take care of the customer. With this cycle, you build a business that lasts, which means customers always have a place to come back to for warranties, for service, for future upgrades. There is nothing worse than a customer needing a warranty repair and the business is gone. Business first isn't selfish. It's the most sustainable way to care for your people, both the ones you work with and the ones you work for. Hey, if you found value in this video, make sure you subscribe, comment any questions that you have, and be sure to watch the next video.